I got a text this week from a friend of mine that goes to church here, and he told me about this incredibly cool thing that God did in his life. During the Circle Maker prayer series that we did at the beginning of the year, where we kind of, as a church, decided that we were going to all pray for various different things, and kind of have this symbol of a circle where we put it inside it, and we just stay in that circle until God moves and God answers. Well, in his small group, the small group leader put up a whiteboard and drew a big circle on the whiteboard, and then they just went around the group and said, okay, what are we going to put inside this circle for you, and what are we going to put inside this circle for you? And this individual in the small group, he had just gotten a new job. He just started as a head of sales for the company that he's a part of. And he felt like God was saying, okay, pray for $1 million in new sales this year. That's what he felt like God was telling him to pray for. Then he leaves group, and he's like, no, that's not right. Just kind of God was speaking to him and said, okay, I think it was $2 million that God was asking me to pray for. So he calls back his group leader and says, hey, I don't know why, but can you change the number on the board to $2 million? I don't know why that is, but can you do that for me, please? So this week, he sends me a text of two pictures. On the top is the 2 million circled, and on the bottom is a piece of paper showing the sales that, when all added up, reached $2 million. And he prayed faithfully that God would show up, that God would do this. And his line underneath these pictures was just, all glory to God. This is all him. He showed up. He obviously did something. He's obviously blessing my faithfulness to prayer. Now, let's rewind a little bit. He says to his group leader, hey, I feel like $2 million sales is what I want to see happen in our company of new sales. This is on top of what they've already done. And so you know what he did the next day when he went into the office? He just sat by his phone and he prayed, Lord, will you please let somebody call in? And then he waited another hour. He said, Lord, will you please let somebody call in? And nobody called, and he waited another hour. Lord, no, he didn't do that. He got to work. Like, he went to work accomplishing this prayer that God had placed upon his life. Like, he didn't just sit down and just, okay, we'll wait till the phone rings because I've prayed, and now God's going to do something. No. He prayed, gave it over to God, and then he began to get to work. And many of us, your dreams have never happened because you've just been stuck in prayer land, but never action land. You need to pursue accomplishing what it is that God has laid upon your heart.